I'm going.
First. Hi, my name is Kenny, and first off, I want to thank everyone for being here today. As you can see, I'm one member short. We had an emergency, so he can make it today. So I want to first start off by asking a question to everyone. So did anyone vote in the recent election?
Yes.
Cool. So as you probably saw, we all had the opportunity to vote either for the legalization of medical marijuana or the opposite, so to oppose it. So how that ties into what I'm going to be talking about today is, as you can see, the legalization of recreational marijuana. So there's three arguments that I outlined that I want to go over, and how recreational marijuana will actually benefit the United States. The first one is the legalization of recreational marijuana use will boost the economy. Crime will go down if recreational marijuana use is legal, and it'll create jobs. And so the first way it'll boost the economy, Harry Bradford from the Huffington Post wrote, "The new measure is expected to bring the two states more than $550 million combined." And what he's talking about there, the two states, is when Colorado and Washington both legalized it, and they saw a big increase in the amount of revenue. The opposing side of that maybe say, like, yeah, that's only two states, so how can you say that there's it'll be successful in all the other markets? The rebuttal to that would be that he continues to go on to say, with more than 300 economists previously estimating that legalizing pot could save the U.S. up to $14 billion a year. And so, like, we could use that money for a lot of other things. As you know, we're very, very much in debt. So to the next slide, so crime will go down. I got a quote from Leafly, and there were 658,000 arrests for marijuana possession in 2012 alone, and the majority of these arrests were nonviolent, low-level offenders. And so the opposition might say, like, they're just doing their job, which obviously, yes, they are, but it's kind of proves my point, where if it was legal, then there would be less arrests and people would be going to jail. I mean, think about it. Somebody in Colorado could be doing the exact same thing as somebody in Florida or something, and the person in Florida could get arrested, which doesn't really make sense to me. But that's the way it works. So for the last argument, the jobs will increase. So obviously, when you open up an entire new market, there will be more jobs. I got a quote again from Leafly. Colorado created 10,000 new jobs in the legal cannabis industry, boosting the economy and lowering the unemployment rate to just 6%, making it one of the lowest in the nation. And that's a really good unemployment rate. Usually, you want to shoot for around 5% for an unemployment rate. So 6%, I mean, that's really good. So the opposing side might say that this would increase the amount of stores, so less pharmacies, which will create a less family-friendly environment. But the rebuttal to that would be, well, people, I mean, what do parents tell their kids about cigarettes or like alcohol or something like that? And because it's not like just because it's legal recreationally, it doesn't mean that people can go out on the street and smoke it, whereas cigarettes you can. So that would be how I would defeat that opposition. So just to recap everything that we talked about today, we talked about the prohibition of recreational marijuana has negative impacts financially on the economy. Crime will go down if recreational marijuana use is legal. basing it on the current statistics that we have from states that have it legal right now. And then the last point, legalizing marijuana will create jobs. And then those are my sources that I pulled from. And then I want to thank you all again for being here today and sitting through this. And I just threw in a quote from Richard Nixon. He said, "Federal and state laws should be changed to no longer make it a crime to possess marijuana for private use." And I completely agree with him. And hopefully today you guys were able to walk away with some more knowledge about this subject, and maybe open up your mind a little bit on the topic. So thank you.